So I sort of see the plants as a family. I see every member of the family as important, and I'm still learning about the native plants here. However, today we have the exciting opportunity to meet some new plants. I was in Pottsboro and found a new nursery that opened up, and they have varieties of plants that I haven't seen here ever in 16 years. And so I'm pretty excited at some new entries into the family here. This is a grape. I have a few grapes now, just got them last year, and I'm excited to have grapes, of course. This is a purple grape with seeds, not my favorite, but that's okay. I'm going to grow lots of things, and once it grows more, we can take cuttings off of it. And the local dudes here all work up in California, in Napa Valley, with grapes. So it's bizarre to me that there aren't grapes growing here. So that's this guy. This is a something. I don't know what it is. They told me what it was. It looks kind of plum-like. Do you know what it is? They made a list for me of what I bought.
Something about guava, but not a guava.
Right.
Different than a guava, but guava-esque.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't really care. It looks like a sturdy plant, and it will grow well here. I've got strawberries, which I tried years ago, but the problem is I'm ultimately just one dude, and I have some help sometimes. And so last time I had strawberries, we just didn't pay enough attention to them, and they died because we have a pretty long dry season here. But I've got 2 new plants, and so we'll pay more attention this time, and I'll get the help I need. I will mention all these plants here I bought for a little over 500 pesos, for a little over $25. And I don't worry that much about what I'm spending on plants because I know we can reproduce them. So with all the plants here, it's not just that I'm buying one plant. I'm getting plants that we're going to be able to reproduce, and so that's an investment in the future if we, take the time and energy to actually pay attention. So got a couple cute succulents here. These are great. I've never seen this one here in my life. Very strange. This tiny pot has 3 different succulents in it. So right away we're going to separate these and give them their own bigger pot. I don't know what the heck this one is. Look at those weird things. They're like little, I don't know if those are seed pods or I guess that's the leaf, but whatever. We'll reproduce that. A few other succulents over here. I guess there's 2 in here. This is not a succulent. I do not know what that is. That could just be a weed. But I didn't have this one yet. Great thing about succulents is they're very easy to reproduce. These 2 are sedums. Sedum is a family, S-E-D-U-M, sedum, family of a bunch of species, and I haven't seen this one. And what's exciting about this is that I can use it as a ground cover. So right away we'll divide this into 4 and put them into buckets. And then also we may be able to figure out better ways to reproduce it because succulents are so easy to reproduce. I would definitely recommend that anybody interested in plants or the future of the planet learn a little bit about plant propagation. It's a great way to turn one thing into many things. And those can make great gifts. We can just, diversify the entire genetic everything of the world. So these are kind of exciting for me. Similar, but very different because they're not succulents, is this Irish and Scotch moss, which I'm very happy to get. I grew these up in Seattle. Now these want a little bit more moisture than I have here, and so I'm not sure how these are going to do out in the forest. And my goal is to have plants out in the forest without fertilizing them or watering them. So that's tricky. And here again, we'll just divide these into 4 and then put them in buckets and then spread them. But they'll need a little bit more attention because of the moisture issue. When it does rain here, the rainy season is awesome. We're just finishing it up now. But then it's real dry and hot for a little bit. So those are tough. I guess there's another succulent over here we didn't look at. I don't really care what these are, It's more flowers. It's more flowers during more parts of the season. Here's another weird one. Look at that. That's just a little weird guy. And so what I'm trying to do is have something flowering all the time. And that's a reason to diversify for the bees, for the hummingbirds, just for the whole biosystem. Another kind of exciting thing is this squash right here and this squash over here. They're so big I'm not even going to pick them up. And I bought these because I want the seeds. I've had good luck with different kinds of squash and something called a chile coyote, which grows super easy. They're not super valuable, but whatever. So I'm going to get the seeds off this guy, and I'll give probably a bunch of it away because there's just a couple people here right now, And so we can't really eat that much, I don't think. But anyway, that's the new entries into the system. I'm going to go back to that same nursery and get more plants because they had a whole bunch of stuff I've never seen before. And that's kind of for me, very exciting. And a reason also that you may wish to donate and support the project, because this kind of food forest farming, this way of diversifying a forest, is not being done quite the way I'm doing it anywhere else I know of. So yeah, thanks if you've donated. This is the kind of thing you're paying for. And I hope that was interesting for you. For your own life and any dirt you have relationship with, you'll want to think about what you can grow there without it being a resource suck. Like a lot of people understand lawns are stupid, right? I mean, it's nice to have a little patch of lawn, fine, do it. But in general, what we want to do is get a lot more things growing without additional chemicals and without a lot of work. And so with each one of these, or for you, you're going to want to think what plants will grow for me without a lot of additional resources. I didn't really